Hello friends, welcome to another video, part 2 in this art series I'm doing. I'm Janelle with She Pill Herbs and doing the format a little bit different because I tend to do my art videos different than my herb videos. So this piece has now dried. I could turn it any way that I want and go from there. But what I want to do next is stencil. And the stencils might seem kind of trite or common or not high-end art, but I think that they provide a really great texture to a painting. So I have a number of stencils. I don't wash them off well, as you can see, but that's okay. So I'm going to pick something and I'm going to use what I have here is my Artist Loft bronze paint to stencil on top of this canvas. So I decided to use this stencil right here, and when I do this, I don't necessarily stencil the whole thing. Like, I don't need to make it like completely filled out. I'm just doing parts. You can see that. And I'm just adding these little bronze touches. So you can see it makes like a big difference. And maybe I'll turn it a little bit. And you just kind of work until you feel like a sense of balance. So you can see those little touches. And I'm going to do some more with two hands because I'm filming with a one, and I'll show you what it looks like. So that's about all I'm gonna do, and I have a little bit of bronze left on my brush, and I'm just gonna, rub it off onto the canvas and let this dry, and then I'm gonna start the collage elements. So there you go. Okay, so what you want to do next is pick a theme for your art collage, and I'm going to do something that is herbal and health oriented, and I have all of these the Essential Herbal magazines that someone donated to me. So I'm going to just go through them and cut out pictures and just make a pile of pictures, and that's how I'm going to theme and start the collage images. So pick a theme, pick something you want to do for the main topic for your art collage. And I would say cut out like 10 to 15 pictures. So this is the really fun part, because as you're cutting out pictures, you don't really necessarily know where this is going to go. So I found this like really neat black and white picture, and I started cutting it apart, and I'm just placing things down, and I found this. She harvests yards in countryside and hangs the dried snippets tied. And so I'm just, creating this as I'm cutting, as I'm setting things down. I'm not gluing anything yet. I'm just putting together what I find. Okay, so I feel ready to use my decoupage and start applying these collage items, and I've decided to use some of my pressed flowers, and I have a few other videos on how to press your own flowers, so I'm going to be incorporating some of my pressed pieces into this multimedia collage piece. So basically I'm going to just dip into the decoupage, and you kind of want to paint down. And paint where you want to put the piece, and then you slide it into place and paint over top. It's really easy. So if I want this seed thing up here, I'm just going to move it over. I'm just going to paint a square, and it can be very messy. It's going to dry clear. Plus, I like having a little bit extra texture.
Is that a real flower?
It is.
Oh.
So for the flower, That's a little trickier. I'm just going to go right on top of it, and whereas the paper, I probably only need 2 coats for the paper pieces. I'm going to need multiple, probably 3-4 coats for the flowers, and you can see if I'm not careful I'm going to break parts of it. So this is the end of part 2 of this video series, and I can't do any more until all the decoupage dries. And it looks really messy right now, and the paper pieces have bubbled up, but they dry flat, and you'll be very surprised how it looks tomorrow or the next time I make the video. But I won't be able to go to the next step until we get a layer here dried. So thank you so much for coming to watch another one of my videos. I hope you're enjoying this winter time and investing some art, creativity, and some vision work into 2022. So for me, this is just kind of encapsulating my feel, the embodiment of what I want to feel for 2022 with my plants, and just that healing vibration. I just want to continue it into my community this year. Thanks, and come again.
Bye.